Hey everybody, it's Jeff, and welcome to my car. Today is Friday, December 31st, 2021, the last day of the year. Happy New Year's Eve! I woke up this morning and I thought, you know what? I've got the day off. I am going to take a little road trip. So, you're gonna go with me. What do you say? Here we go. Anyway, I'm gonna get out and go look around. Try not to get arrested for trespassing, even though I'm out here kind of in the middle of nowhere. But anyway. This little barn, I actually remember me and my brother and sister, we would go in that door right there at the end of the barn, and there's a little room right there, and there was a bunch of boxes and a suitcase, and there was an old pair of roller skates in that suitcase, and there was a concrete slab in there. I'm not gonna go up there and look. I don't know what's all in the bushes, but we used to roller skate right inside there on that little concrete slab. Yeah, things you find to do out in the middle of nowhere. Gosh. So, when we lived out here, you know, my brother and sister, they were already in school. So, and my dad would work during the day. He was a farmer. So it was just my mom and I out here most of the time. I learned to play by myself a lot. Yeah, but I've got lots of memories out here, oddly. I remember we lived out here when Elvis died. I remember that because it came on TV while I was watching the Beverly Hillbillies, I think. And they made the announcement, and my mom was sitting on the sofa folding laundry, and she just started to cry into a dish rag. I remember that because Elvis had died. Looks a lot different from when I was a kid. Well, different. My sister was married in this church. I was baptized in this church. I think all three of us kids were baptized in this church. Here we are at the elementary school that I went to as a kid, grades kindergarten through 6. Playground over here. I think I'm going to get out and actually walk around a little bit. Cool. God. Okay, so like, it already looks different, and that's weird. Sorry, it's windy, so the sound might not be very good. Okay, so this tennis court right here, I roller skated. I don't know how many hours I put in on my roller skates on this tennis court. But I did, man. And I was actually a pretty good roller skater, too. You can actually go down in there? Oh my gosh. I can't believe you can go down in there. Well, we're not going to go down in that cellar. Because I was down in that cellar enough as a kid. I even was in a haunted house down in that cellar one time when I was a kid. But for the most part, that's where we would go if there was a tornado. You can kind of still see the big bare spot right in there. That's where a really big old merry-go-round used to sit. Huge merry-go-round. I've actually seen pictures of my dad and his sisters on that merry-go-round when they were little kids. So yeah, we played on that same merry-go-round. We used to get this thing going fast. And we would make it go so fast, kids would be flying off of it into the dirt. Good times. Fun days. Okay. It's just so sad. There used to be more trees around here. Really does just kind of make me sad. Okay, so I'm back in the car, leaving the elementary school, and I'm gonna drive by my parents' house, which is the house that I basically grew up in until I moved out and went to college. So, yeah. When I was a kid, we didn't have a whole lot of stuff. We didn't have a whole lot of money. We didn't have the best house. My parents did the very best they could. This is the house that I grew up in. Right there. A big tree in the backyard. I fell out of that tree and broke my leg. Landed on the barbecue. Didn't hit the ground. So I wanted to stop over here. This is actually right on the west end of Wildorado. This used to be Jesse's Cafe. When I was growing up, it was Jesse's Cafe. So yeah, there used to be this motel, but it caught on fire several years ago. So see, there's a big portion of it missing that burned down. But Jesse's Cafe for sale. I don't know, there's a part of me that wishes I could buy this. So yeah, lots of people would stop here on I-40 at Jesse's Cafe. Jesse and Dub were the owners. They were a gay couple that lived here in Wildorado. Nobody really said a thing about it. I mean, I remember growing up not even asking questions about it because it was Jesse and Dub. It was no big deal. But people, I mean, I think Willie Nelson stopped here. I think Ella Fitzgerald, they had a headshot of Ella Fitzgerald hanging up in there. Yeah, it used to attract quite the following here on I-40 and was pretty well known. So anyway, it's kind of sad to see it closed. I think I'm gonna head over to Vega now. So that's just a hop back onto I-40. So I'll see you in Vega. Here we are coming up on the football field. Sat in those bleachers a lot in high school. Never out on the field though, unless I was marching in the marching band. Looks different. Wow. Okay. Here we are at the high school. This all looks a lot different. Yeah, this used to be a student parking lot right here, and about right here is where my old parking place used to be, but not anymore, because now it's a big circle drive. This new gym was added on, which that was added on like right before my senior year. But the doors down here, this end of the hall, this end of the school, is where all the upperclassmen used to hang out after lunch, before the first bell. That's actually the guy's dressing room right off the gym. That's the practice field where actually when I was in 7th grade I was in football. I did sports, but yeah, I was not a fan of football, playing it anyway. I just hated it. I hated football. I hated coming out here. I hated going to the dressing room. All of that stuff. Wow. Went to a lot of dances there. I don't know. I'm home now. So that was weird. Kind of made me sad seeing a lot of those places and how run down things are now. And I really thought that I would go to some of those locations and just talk and tell you some stories, but man, it was just, for the most part, kind of weird seeing some of those places again. Anyway, thanks for going. Thanks for coming with me.